Hi folks, welcome to People Plus News and Views. I'm Stacy Frizzle, the Executive Director at People Plus, and I'm joined today by Lynn Smith, our Membership and Volunteer Transportation Network Coordinator. That is such a title. I said that last time. We're just gonna say Membership and VTN Coordinator.
Sounds good.
And we're happy to see you. It is October.
I know, that's hard to believe.
Yeah, it is.
I love October though, don't you?
You know, it's been a beautiful September.
It has
beautiful,
been.
which has been so helpful because it felt like summer was so short this year.
It really was, if you think about it.
I mean, we only had 8 weeks out of school, and then we had the Freedom Tour on the end because my daughter just finished 8th grade.
That's right.
So we were down like 7 weeks of school vacation. I mean, it was just not that long. And it kind of was a cold start. June was so yucky.
And a lot of rain actually.
Right, a lot of rain, exactly. So it's been lovely. September's been amazing. And it looks like October's going to just keep going in this trajectory, which is really nice.
And above average temperatures.
I know. Well, they said like 80 this weekend.
I love it.
I do too.
Me too.
I'm excited. My tomatoes are still like popping. So,
I know, when I saw her at the center, they're also still growing there.
Yeah, the tomato. We actually have new green beans coming in. We planted a really late row, and Jonathan was like, we'll see. We can't use the seeds next year. They'll be bad by then. So he just stuck them all in the ground, and they've got little teeny baby green beans on them.
That's amazing.
And I think after this weekend, they'll be, like actual green beans, which is amazing.
Great.
I know, which is fun.
That is great.
Have you decorated for fall yet or anything at your
house?
I have
not. I'm thinking maybe this weekend.
I am this weekend,
I think it'll be
too.
a great weekend for that.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't have my girls last weekend. And I don't have them. It's like I don't want to decorate without them,
Yeah.
So, and I know you're in that boat
I know,
now,
but enjoy it while you can.
Right. So I told them, I'm like, okay, Saturday we're gonna go shopping for pumpkins and apples and all the decorative stuff that people do.
And I bet they
their
love
doors and stuff.
that.
They do. It'll be fun. Yeah. And well, we live really close to Rocky Ridge Orchard.
With the famous apple cider donuts.
Exactly. So yeah. So it's fun. We'll just head up there and get what we can get. And we have a lot of fun stuff planned at the center for October too.
I know. I can't wait.
It's
I'm
a
excited.
really busy month, actually.
It is.
So we'll start off the month in October with Women's Breakfast. And actually, Women's Breakfast was packed in September.
I know, and I missed that one.
Oh, that's when you were on vacation.
Yes, so I missed
That's
that
right.
one.
It was really fun.
But I saw pictures.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was nice.
I think people had missed it. And it was like they were coming back together. It kind of felt like coming home. Lunch was that way too in September. Didn't it feel kind of like coming home? Because we hadn't had lunch at the center since June.
Everyone was catching up. And
everybody was like, wow, we haven't seen you in forever.
Yes,
kind of
I
thing.
agree.
So it is fun because at the center, people, they spend so much time there. And it's the consistency. Their friends know they're coming, so there's accountability.
Exactly.
They get to see all their friends. And even if they only come once a month for lunch, it's like their regular gig. They sit with the same people at the same table. It's so funny how the regulars come in. And then so July we had the big summer picnic. In August we did the volunteer brunch.
Yeah.
So really it was the first time in almost 3 months
right,
that we had all come together.
And the volunteer brunch was nice as well.
Oh yeah,
I really enjoyed
awesome.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good. So October, we're going to do both a women's breakfast, a men's breakfast, and a lunch. So all three. We're doing that in September too. The men's breakfast is actually happening tomorrow because we tape this show just before the end of every month.
Right.
So the men's breakfast is tomorrow at the center, and then the October one will be later. So we start with women's breakfast, and I don't know what we're going to make. What should we make this month? Something with apples, maybe.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, we definitely need to make something with apples.
Maybe like a big baked apple and oatmeal crumble.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
How good would that be?
That would be great, and that's perfect.
Yeah, like a big baked apple dish would be perfect. Served with like yogurt and then some eggs and sausage and stuff like that. That would be great.
I think so.
We haven't done in a long time is fried eggs. So
I know. I can't even remember when.
Yeah, they're hard to like if you're making 26 of them.
Because you have to keep.
You kind of have to keep them going,
Yes.
So, but you could do a platter and kind of keep it warm. So
I think that's a great idea. And that'd be a little bit of a change.
It would be a change.
That'd be great.
Yeah, we'll do that. Anyway, that sounds good. We'll do that for breakfast.
Definitely.
I'm glad we're using the show to menu plan at this point.
I know.
So anyway.
But that's done.
Frank and I used to do that too, so no worries. So yeah, women's breakfast is October 3rd. It's at 8:30, and it's open. I mean, it's open to people that aren't members. So if you're interested and you want to come for women's breakfast, there's like a $4 suggested donation that people kind of throw in the basket to help pay for food. But we'd love to have you at the center.
Right.
It would be great. And then it's followed by Apple Club at 10 a.m. So Apple Club is a group at the center that gets together. And I know you don't have an iPhone, but everyone brings, I just had to say that on air. Roger, she doesn't have an iPhone. everyone brings their devices. And so you bring your iPhone, you bring your iPad. Some people still have an iTouch, actually, and then
Right.
like a laptop, because
Yeah.
their phone is like a flip phone or a Nokia or something
And you're
like
so
that.
good at that class.
So
They
it's fun.
so
It's fun.
appreciate it. They know.
We have a good time.
Yeah.
And there's probably, I don't know,
You have quite a
15,
few.
yeah, 15 to 20 regulars.
Yeah.
So, which is nice. And the thing our focus last month was travel, because so many people were going away in September
True, yeah.
that they specifically asked actually to talk about travel. So we talked about how to use your phone while you're traveling. What about the data? What to do about banking? What should you?
Which is important,
How do
especially
you
the data.
use your credit cards? We get into a couple things that aren't even Apple related in that class.
Right.
How to use your credit cards while you're traveling and how to attach them with your phone, all kinds of stuff. So, which are the best travel apps to use on your phone? It was a really good class, actually. It's very interesting. I could probably do the travel one twice a year.
Oh, definitely.
and
I always get, is Stacy teaching her class? And I'm like, yes.
Yeah, it's fun. So Apple Club, and that's early in the month. So what else do we have? What's next? Lunch out?
Lunch out.
So Ricchettas, have you been there?
I have not.
What's the date on that?
It is October 8th.
At
11:30.
Yeah.
And I've never been there. I would love to get some feedback as to how.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I've been there. It's good.
Oh, okay.
So it's down in Falmouth, Ricchettas Brick Oven. It's really close. You know why I've been there so much? It's really close to the indoor
okay.
skating rink.
Oh, okay.
And my daughter plays hockey.
Oh, there you go.
So we drop it off, and the rest of us go to Ricchettas, and then we go and pick up. So I've been there probably more than I normally would be. But it's very good. So for lunch out, how does that work again? They meet?
They usually will meet at the center, and then some people carpool, and obviously take others, and it's been pretty popular.
Oh, yeah.
I think people love the lunch out.
Yeah. Have you ever gone?
I have not, but I'd love to.
You should.
I
Maybe
know.
you should go on the
I
Ricchettas.
know. I've never been, so maybe October 8th. That would be fun.
You totally should.
I know. I've never gone, and Gladys is always like, "You should come with us." And I'm
You
like, I have
should.
to work.
So I went on the lunch out. I've only been one time, and they never asked me to go again.
What?
Anyway,
And how long ago was it?
it was my first day.
Oh, okay. Your first day?
Yeah, it was
No
my first day at work.
way.
Yeah. So I started the day after Columbus Day.
Oh, so coming
So
right.
my first day was actually Columbus Day. So I got paid
Oh,
for a
wow.
holiday.
Oh.
And so that month, because the lunch out is the second Tuesday.
Right.
So that month, Columbus Day happened to fall on the second week. So the
Okay.
second Tuesday was my very first day at
First
work.
day. Oh, my
And they were
goodness.
doing lunch out at the Thai place in Brunswick. And they all said, "Oh, it's lunch out, and you should come. It's your first day." So I went. I didn't know a single person. And I didn't know,
Wow.
am I supposed to pay for everyone? Do I pay for myself? I had no idea, how the system worked.
Because it was your first day.
Because it was my first day,
Exactly.
literally. I'd been in the office for 3 hours.
And how many people did you have?
There were, 15 to 20.
Oh, okay.
So, and I think they
Wow.
were celebrating somebody's birthday or something.
Okay.
Sometimes, occasionally it gets a bigger collection if it's for a reason.
Yes.
So Frank went. And he doesn't normally go on
No.
the lunch out. So Frank was there. I know Dottie and Gladys. And
Wow.
yeah. Some people, it was almost 10 years. It was 9 years ago. It was 9 years ago, Gordon.
9 years, Stacy.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah, Gordon Brigham, our camera guy, who comes every month now, is a lifetime member of People Plus, and he hired me. He was on the board. He was the chair of the hiring committee.
Oh, my
So
goodness.
I know his greatest mistake ever in life was hiring
Oh,
me at the People Plus
Stacey.
Center.
No.
Anyway, so that's so funny. Yeah, I'd
That
forgotten.
is.
That's the only time I've ever gone on lunch out, but you should go.
Okay.
Yeah, that
Well,
would
I'm
be
gonna do
fun.
it.
Yeah, to
That'd be
Ricchettas,
fun.
especially because you haven't been there.
No, I have not.
And they definitely have vegetarian things.
Okay, perfect.
So, yeah, which is
That'd
good.
fit right in then.
Right, exactly. And then also that same day is Medicare 101.
Yes.
So that's a fun thing at the center. Well, I say fun. It's a useful, I'm not sure how fun it is,
Right.
a class that's offered every month at the center by Spectrum Generations. And it's also the second Tuesday. And it, is that the second, or maybe that's the first Tuesday, actually? What date is, oh no, that's the second. October starts on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
So anyway, Medicare 101 is put on by Spectrum Generations. It's free class, open to the public. You don't have to be a People Plus member, but you come and it's from, what time? 12:30.
12:30.
Till about 2. It usually runs about an hour and a half. And it is really an overview of all things about Medicare So if you're turning 65 soon, you have a partner that's turning 65 soon, and you just need information, this is the place to get it.
And that is great.
Yeah, I
It
think
is.
they say they cover probably 90% of all questions.
That's amazing.
And then the best thing is when you're done with the class, you can actually make an appointment with Andrea at the center
Yes.
to cover off whatever else might be happening, like what your other needs are.
Yes, and
So,
she really knows her stuff.
yeah, she really does. So, alrighty. And then the huge event, 2 big fun events
Wow.
in October. I mean, we have a bunch of stuff, but the expo. So the Senior Health Expo, free, open to the public event, brings together over 70 vendors, all who deal with aging. So for the older adult, this is the place to go at the Brunswick Rec Center to learn. So we have representatives from Harpswell will be there, from the Harpswell Aging in Place. We have businesses from Harpswell, businesses from Topsum, from Brunswick, who all service the older adult population. And they come together in this one place. So it's free and open to the public. Anyone can come at the Brunswick Rec Center, and it's on October 10th, and it runs 9 to 1. So we hope to see everybody there for the expo.
It is. It's
That's
a
huge,
wonderful
huge event.
event.
So yeah, and then the next week, just after it, we have Frank's field trip.
I know that is.
He's back.
Yes, that is going to be so fun.
Back for
and
a field
I
trip.
love to see Frank.
It's awesome, and they're going apple picking.
Apple picking.
So
yes.
we hope people will call the center for more information, jump on board for Frank's field trip.
Definitely.
They're going to go apple picking and have a good time. We will buy cider and a donut for everyone who goes on the trip. Just call the center, though, and you can get more information about that and get signed up to go on that. And it's a drive yourself.
Yes,
Carpool type
it is.
situation. So people can meet at the center and kind of gang up. I told Frank he can use my minivan
Oh, nice.
if he needs to, because that way
That'd be perfect.
he could take 6 people.
Yes,
actually, if he
easily,
needs to. And he
easily.
did that last year also, I think, or the year before maybe. So anyway, yeah, so that's great.
That would be great.
And if you're not signed up, go ahead and call the center. It is on Tuesday the 15th.
Okay.
And they're going to head up around 10:30. So just give a holler, sign up for apple picking with Frank. He's back for field trips.
Yay.
Yay, I know, it'll be fun. And then we have our monthly lunch on the 17th, a couple days later. And I'm excited about this one. It's going to be delicious.
Yes.
It's the harvest dinner. So it's fall, it's harvest time. So we're doing squash casserole, applesauce, sauerkraut, which is made from cabbages that are harvested in fall.
It's the perfect menu,
Right?
really. Yes.
Roast pork, which is not Lynn's favorite.
No, but-
a lot of other people like it. So yeah, roast pork, sauerkraut, boiled potatoes, squash casserole, applesauce, bread, salad, and spice
Wow,
cake. Spice
wow.
cake. I know, it's a huge lunch actually.
That is huge. I was looking at that the other day, and I'm like, spice cake.
I
wow.
know, yum for fall.
I know.
It's perfect.
That is.
Gladys and Stephanie, they're awesome. They come up with the best menus. So call and sign up for lunch at the center. You can also have your blood pressure checked and have your hearing screened while you're there, and that's all free and open to the public. So just call the center if you're interested in signing up for lunch for harvest dinner, roast pork and a harvest dinner. And then men's breakfast is Thursday, October 24th.
Busy, yes.
So yeah, and Jason Witten from the Senior Health Center, he does those men's breakfasts for us now, and he's amazing.
Yes.
The food has been fantastic. We're trying to get Frank to see if he'll come and just eat.
I hope so.
Hang around.
I hope
think
he will.
will.
I think he will.
We've been seeing a little more of him now.
Yes, we have.
Because summer's winding down.
So that's really nice.
Jane's not keeping him so busy, I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, and then we have a really good talk on Thursday, October 24th as well. It's called Give Money, Get Money.
Okay.
So there's all these new tax laws in place where if you donate a particular amount of money or you donate money out of an account where you have to like take so much out every year
Yes.
from investment funds, you actually get money back in because of it.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know any about how that works. So people that have long-term investment funds or like older adults and they're looking for ways to donate it, this is definitely the talk for them because it's
yeah.
required. Like if you have an IRA, depending on the amount in it, you have to take out a certain amount every year. And so you either reinvest it or you can donate it for a tax write-off. And if you donate it for a tax write-off, I guess there's these things that over 5 years you get money back.
Oh, I had no idea.
I know, I don't know how that
So
works.
that's going to be a
anyway,
great talk then.
Scott McLeod is going to come and give us a talk. He's a
Okay.
really great accountant, and he's just going to come and give a lecture at the center and educate people on the best ways to like utilize their investments both for philanthropic support and then also for more income.
Right, that's going to be helpful.
Yeah, so you can give money and get money, and learn how from this talk, which is awesome. And that's Thursday the 24th at 1:30.
Okay.
I wish I had enough money to,
I know, I'm
in
sitting
investments.
here, I don't know.
We're not the target audience.
No, we're not.
And then we have an Aging Well Lunch and Learn that Jill has called Hip Hip Hooray.
I love that.
That's adorable.
That
yeah.
is.
So the fourth Monday of every month, we do an Aging Well Lunch and Learn. And this month, it's on October 28th at noon. And it's with Reform Physical Therapy is coming in to do a talk for us, which is really nice. It's free, open to the public. Bring your lunch. We usually have, some cider or drink and some cookies and chips, something like that to complement whatever you bring. Or you can just eat that and not bring anything. And that's on Monday the 28th at noon. And so they're going to come talk about, hips, how important they are, hip replacements, important in physical therapy.
That's going to be a great talk.
Yeah. Because
it really is.
every third person you meet over the age of 70 it seems like they've had a hip replacement.
Yeah, or knee.
Hip or knee replacement.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So hip, hip, hooray.
Hip, hip, hooray, Jill.
we're having a talk about hips. We're getting hippie.
Yeah.
Sounds
fun.
All the hippies at People Plus. And then
Halloween.
Halloween. Wear a costume or festive outfit to the center and receive a treat on Thursday.
Wow. I may
October
have to do
31st
that.
for Halloween. Oh, yeah.
We have to.
Definitely. Jill will every year. She always wears like Beely Boppers or
remember
something. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Isn't that what they call them? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. For Halloween. So, yeah, it'd be fun.
Fun.
I don't know what. I have a cat outfit.
Did you wear that last year?
No, it's like a black leotard. It's like a one.
Oh, you look
piece.
great. Wear it.
So it's a little showy.
Well,
So,
I think that's
yeah.
okay.
Meow.
Yeah,
So,
meow.
meow. But anyway, yeah. So that's my costume.
Yeah, totally.
try
I
not
can
to
see you
wear
wearing
out too much.
that.
So anyway, and then we've got some fun other things just kind of happening at the center for programming that are really worth checking out. So Fiber Arts Club was for the longest time just called Crafters, but no one in there is actually doing like crafts per se. They're knitting, they're sewing,
Right.
They're doing textiles, they're quilting. So it's really more of a fiber arts club. So if you do fiber arts at home, any of those things I just mentioned, this is kind of the club for you. It's Mondays from 9 to 11. It's free,
That's great.
open to the public. Come on in. You can decide if you like People Plus.
Right.
And they just sit and chat. And the
And they
ladies,
even do felting.
Oh, felting.
Yeah.
Oh.
I may have to do that.
That's cool. Oh, cross stitch and rug hooking. What?
Love it.
That is so totally cool. So really it's fiber art. So if you do any of that kind of stuff,
Right.
bring it on in on Monday, come at 9 and just meet the ladies and stay. And it's every Monday 9 to 11. That's free, which is really awesome.
Yeah, that is.
Our Easy Riders Biking Club is moving to 10 a.m. for the fall.
Right.
Because it's warmer and it's sunnier by 10 a.m. So every Wednesday they're going to go out and do some rides. The first ride on October 2nd will be Simpsons Point.
Oh, okay.
It's so pretty down there.
It's gorgeous.
I love it. So
It
in the
is.
summer I like to swim off Simpsons
Oh,
Point.
really?
Well, my maiden name is Simpson too.
True.
So they're going to my point. So,
Exactly. They'll have fun.
yeah, my name was Stacy Simpson until I got married. So anyway, that's a little side note.
Yeah.
And then we've got haircuts with Margarita on Fridays. So come in 9 to 12, get a reduced price haircut, $10, and it gets donated back to the center.
That's amazing.
That's almost every Friday.
Yep.
Swing dance is back at the center. If you do any swing dancing and you're interested in
Wow.
that, call and get more information. And then we've got a couple of new things in November. We're starting a Spanish club. So right now there's a French club already,
Right.
and there's a German
German
club
club,
already.
yep.
And there's enough people apparently interested to try and get a little Spanish club. Do you speak Spanish?
I do not, but my daughters
Hablo
do.
español?
No.
No. No, I think that would, I don't even know how you say no in Spanish. I know how to say sí.
No.
No, I don't either.
I think it's just no.
Maybe.
No?
I'm not sure. Anyway,
Me either.
I know how to say nein, like German.
Yeah.
I can say no and
You have more than I do. so-
yeah, there you go. That's German. But anyway, so they're starting that. It's going to be the first Tuesday of the month at 2:30. And then there's a Balance and Falls clinic, again with Reform Physical Therapy at the center, Thursday the 7th of November. They're doing a Balance and Falls clinic. And
That's
that's
great.
huge.
That is.
Huge help for people as they get older, how to prevent a fall and how to handle it if they do fall.
Yes.
So it can be really useful. And so October's kind of packed at the center. It's a
It
good thing it
sounds
has
it.
5 weeks because we've got a
Yes.
lot to do.
There's a lot.
So, and, the teen center is jumping. She's got like 30, 35 kids upstairs.
Yes.
The senior center is jumping. We've got tons of people that are just, like 500 people a week coming in and out of the doors at People Plus, which is awesome.
Ever since the summer ended, it's like, you notice that. It's like, wow.
People are really coming back
so it's
in
great
droves, which
to
is awesome.
see everyone.
Yeah. So we hope to see you down at the center as well. Thanks for joining us here today.
Glad to be
This
back.
was fun.
Thank you.
Yay.
I know, I had a great time.
And we're here on People Plus News and Views, and we can't wait to see you next time. Hi, folks. Welcome to People Plus Cooks. I'm Stacy Frizzle, the Executive Director at People Plus, and I'm with Frank Connors, as always, our our membership coordinator. We love to bring the historical recipes of our senior community back to life, and this is September, so we have a bountiful harvest. Our set feels like it's overflowing with all this beautiful stuff. Pumpkins and apples and corn and potatoes. Everybody's gardens in Maine is just abound with vegetables and fresh produce at the markets, at the grocery store, etc. In fact, I picked these grapes out of our garden this morning.
Nice.
Jonathan has been growing grapes for years.
Yep.
So, of course, when you have lots of extra stuff, the question is, what do you do with it?
Yeah, sure. How to use it.
Right. Well, and how do you keep it? So
And save it.
historically, people didn't have...
Put it by, it's called.
They putting up.
No.
Yeah, so you put up corn. Are you putting up corn this weekend? That kind of thing, right? So you'd put it by or put it up, and it would turn into jams and jellies.
Corn?
This is corn jelly.
Jam?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, or you could make what's the stuff made out of corn and it's like gosh, I'm drawing a blank on it. I'll try and think of it before the end of the show. It's
Okay.
in a jar
Sure.
like this, and it has
gonna fix
spices
my
and
apples.
chunks of corn. Yeah, you be slicing. So anyway, we have some grape jelly here that Jonathan made last year. We just picked a huge batch of grapes over the weekend, so we're juicing them tonight.
You stomp those by foot?
Well, no, but he might. I'm not going to. I don't know.
Oh.
So
Well, I'd need to know if I
with
get some jam.
different colors actually. So
He
these
made
are
it
a
or you
little
made it?
lighter. He made that last year, and these are pretty good. Here, you want one? There's Concord, which is the dark, and then
Sure.
there's different kinds that I don't know the name that are lighter. So anyway, to focus on apples and onions and the fruits of the season, we're doing a sort of a traditional. Nothing goes better with pork
It is.
than
And
apples and
apples.
onions, right?
Right.
So we're going to do a baked pork chop. So I've got a greased pan. I've got 3 beautiful bone-in pork chops, which I find are more economical.
Sure.
So this whole pack, we had a 6-pack. We had a 6-pack of these, and the whole thing was only $4. So you can feed a family of 6 if you needed to on that, which is fantastic. We're going to do a little oil on those, and then I'm going to do actually a little mustard as well. Just a very light brown mustard glaze on the pork chops.
Toss these right in.
And then we've done some onions are pre-cut. Just because
Apples are pre-cut.
Now they're
We didn't-
pre-cut.
we didn't
Thanks to
wanna cry
you,
on TV.
my pre-cutter. Yeah, I did the onions earlier, so we didn't start crying on TV. I hate when your mascara runs.
Yeah, I do too.
So I'm going to do a little. I'm going to get in here with my fingers, and I'll ask you to maybe help me flip these around. Just a little dose of mustard. I'll get that rubbed in there, and then have you help me with the seasoning, the dry stuff, since your
Sure.
hands are dry. Could you put in? We've got some ginger here, and some sage, and some salt on the apples and the onions there. So you want to get these coated on both sides. Just a little coating there, kind of helps
much?
everything stick.
Not a lot of ginger, right?
It's about, I would say about a half teaspoon of ginger and a half teaspoon of sage, which really has a lovely flavor, in with the apples and the onions. And I'll get that tossed around since I'm the one doing dirty hands here today. And I don't mind. And would you mind doing a little salt? Did you salt this already?
I did already,
Great.
sure.
Awesome. Thank you very much. So if you want to pour that over top, I will arrange it.
Don't forget to talk about cider.
Yeah, I know. Why don't you talk about cider? Because
We're going to make believe this water is cider, because one of my secrets in this is when you're all done with your apples, you take some cider. My brother and I we've pressed cider twice at the center this year already.
it's been so
Hasn't it been
fascinating. You know, one of the best things, I think, is when all the teenagers came down.
Yeah, yeah.
So last week, Frank and his brother Grant, who lives right up the street from People Plus, they were pressing cider after they went apple picking with all the People Plus members last week. So they came back with a big bushel of apples.
Sure.
And where did Grant get that cider press?
Oh, we borrowed it from somebody. Stole it somewhere. I'm not sure. I don't ask.
Picked it up.
Yeah.
So so out in the parking lot, he had a cider press and a big bushel of apples, and they started pressing. And then the teenagers looked from the teen center upstairs. The kids looked out the window and saw you down there.
What are those old guys doing?
And that's what they were saying. What are those guys doing in the park? What are those blue hairs out in the parking lot doing? And so Jordan brought all the kids down. So we had I don't know, there's probably a dozen teenagers out there with you.
Best intergenerational moment.
It is
that I've
by far the
experienced
most
at
positive
People Plus,
intergenerational
really
that we've
something.
ever had at People Plus.
Sure.
Because we try to have intergenerational,
Yeah.
but it usually falls kind of flat
Sure,
because
yeah.
it's a little forced.
Yeah.
This happened organically. Get it? Organically.
Organically, that's right.
Apples.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic. And the kids,
was.
they got to turn, they got to taste it. My daughter was out there hanging around with all the rest of them.
Yeah.
And so we've had a lot of cider at the center. So I agree. This should be a cider base probably in the bottom.
Sure. That just adds flavor, keeps moisture in the meat.
Adds a little sugar.
Just
Yep.
very nice.
If you are worried about diabetes or anything like that, though, water works fine.
Yep.
Or even, you could do chicken broth.
Sure.
Too. So
And if you folks are paying attention, you could do this during 2 commercials
That's
during
true.
a football game.
It was pretty quick. So you slice up some apples, slice up some onions, toss it with some a half teaspoon of ginger, half teaspoon of sage, a little salt, some pepper to taste if you want. I coated a little brown mustard on the pork chops, and now I'm going to put them in a 350-degree oven for about 30 minutes.
Sure.
And we've already got one going in here actually. So let me pull out that one first. Ooh, that smells good. All right,
It does. And it even looks good.
look at that.
Very nice.
There we go.
Just some
Pop this one in the oven. Great. Ooh, that smells delicious.
Doesn't it? It looks delicious,
Oh,
too.
it really does. Here, let me grab a plate over here. And we are going to sample that. So,
See what happens with the cider underneath the...
oh yeah,
That's-
that
that's
looks
lovely,
great.
though.
Let's pull one of these out. Here, you want to cut a little off for us?
Sure.
A little apple and onion too. Got to have a bite of that. So Gordon, our cameraman, said he's making pork tonight, and he may be changing his mind on exactly how he wants to make that, I would think, at this point, because this looks delicious. So we've got some cooked onions, some nice slow roasted apples, a little bit of mustard in there, some sage, some ginger, salt and pepper, a little applesauce. Apple juice, apple cider.
Cider.
Thanks.
And there it goes. Very nice.
You can really taste the ginger and the sage. I think that's lovely. Rosemary would be good in here too if you didn't do ginger.
Hear that, Gordon?
You could switch out and do rosemary. We love to say rosemary since Gordon's wife's name is
Isn't it?
Rosemary.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Very good. Perfect. Lovely. Serve that up with a baked potato.
Speaking of,
Serve that up with some squash that you just... Oh, our baked potatoes are coming out of the microwave. as we
speaking of the
speak.
bountiful harvest,
Look at that.
baked
Yeah.
potatoes are so easy. They're really good for you with lots of skin. You got to eat the skin to make them healthy though, right?
Sure,
Because
of
they're
course.
high in fiber.
It helps.
So, we just had these popped in the microwave.
Throw a little bit of that juice on top of the
Yeah,
potato.
they're nice and soft now. You can see how quickly
Look
that
at
comes together.
Sure.
And this would be great with a little of the sauce over top with the pork. It becomes really nice, sort of a well-rounded meal at that point. You feel like you got your starch component. And it's kind of like a Sunday dinner. And it's super, super fast. One of the things that our demographic struggles with, right, is cooking for one. So you could do this and then put some in the freezer and pull it out 2 weeks later
Sure.
and have another meal. And that's a nice thing
Or
to
you
keep
could
in
eat it
mind.
twice in one day.
You could, breakfast and lunch.
That's right.
Exactly. So great. So this has been all about the harvest. We'll see you folks back next time on People Plus Cooks as we cook up something for October, or probably pumpkin-y, huh?
Probably. Yeah, pumpkin-y or squash or something.
Is there a difference? Squash
Yes.
pie, pumpkin pie? Ooh,
Oh,
we should have a pie
huge.
bake-off.
We should.
Ooh, that'd be fun. All right,
Jane
I
would
think
just blow you right away.
we've just figured out what we're doing next month. So we should, Jane's pie.
Oh, wouldn't
Can we
that be
get
so-
Jane to come on the show?
Boy, I don't know. If I got a whole month to try.
Yeah, that'd be great.
We'll work on that.
Maybe she'll pre-make the crust for us.
That would be a start.
That would be great. And then we can do a bake-off
Because
and see.
I peel all over apples and stuff for
Oh, you do?
pies
That's
anyway, sure.
that's fantastic.
Sure.
Yeah, Jonathan is the crust maker in our family.
yeah.
So we could have a squash pie, a pumpkin pie, and then see if you can tell the difference. Because I've had them both served to me, and I can't really tell the difference. And in fact, in the South, they don't really do squash pie; they just do pumpkin pie. I'd never seen squash pie till we moved to Maine.
Really?
So yeah,
It's
exactly.
more a function of spices, I think, than it is of,
Really.
yeah.
All right, so we're going to go now. I'm going to eat more of
Okay,
this.
sure.
And I think we're going to wrap it up. So again, thanks for joining us, folks, on People
Thank you
Plus
very
Cooks.
much.
We'll see you next time.